Hello, my dear students. Hope all of you are fine. Once again, I welcome back everyone to our JSC class. So, children, last class we have started our new lesson, that is lesson 4, adaptation in animals. In that lesson, we have learnt about what is adaptation, what is our habitat, what is need for adaptation, and we have seen adaptation in animals by habitat. Okay, children. So, what is our adaptation? We all of you understand. Okay, the process of developing special features in the body or behavior in order to adjust to the surrounding is called adaptation. Okay, children, means the animals have to change according to surrounding. They have to adjust. That is their adaptation. And the place where a living organism lives is called habitat. Like fish lives in water. So water is the habitat of the fish. Okay? Like our elephant lives in forest. So forest is the habitat of the elephant. Okay, children? Yesterday we have learned the adaptation of our camels. Today we will learn adaptation shown by polar bear and adaptation shown by snake. Both polar bear and snake are our terrestrial animals like camel. Terrestrial animals are the animals they live only on land. So now we will learn adaptation shown by polar bear. Animals like polar bears, penguins, arctic foxes lives in cold regions. Okay, here see the figure of polar bear is given. You can open your book page number 45 to understand better. They have thick fur on their bodies to keep them warm because they are living in cold regions. You have seen polar bear? You might have seen in television. They store fat under their skin to be used during winters. This thick layer of under skin fat is called our blubber. Okay, children, as thick layer of fat is there under their skin, for that reason they cannot feel more cold, so that they can live in cold regions easily. Then we will learn adaptation shown by snake. Have you seen snake? Very good. A snake does not have legs, arms or ears. It crawls through grass or rocks without causing any disturbance, which might frighten its prey. It can enter narrow holes in the ground that are made by rats to find and hunt them. We all of you know about our snake. Okay, they are crawling on the grass or rocks. Then one do you know is given. Okay, this is our GK type questions are given. You can learn. Snakes and squirrels become inactive and sleep during the cold weather to protect themselves from cold. This is called winter sleep or hibernation. So, children, please remember it. It is very important for you. So, what is our hibernation? Means we will write some animals like snake and squirrels become inactive and they are sleeping during the cold weather. Okay, why? To protect themselves from the cold. This is called winter sleep or hibernation. So children, some check and proceed questions are given. You can see it. Write true or false. Natural surrounding where an animal lives is called adaptation. Is it true or wrong? Can you tell, children? No, this is our false statement because natural surrounding where an animal lives is called its habitat. Adaptation means adjustment with the environment. Animals adapt to the environment in order to survive. Yes, this is our true statement. Some animals change according to the environment. Yes. The thick layer of fat under skin of polar bear is called blubber. Now only we have learnt. Okay, children. So first question is our false. Second question is our true. Third number also true. Fourth number also true. I hope all of you have understood. Okay. So first you can write false. Rest of three are our true statements. Then children, we will learn our aquatic animals. Okay, what are our aquatic animals? Can you see two figures here? Fish and turtle. Very good. Animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. Fish, sea snails, then our turtles, etc. are aquatic animals because they are living in water. They have various features that help them to live in water. Okay? What are they? They have fins and waterproof skin. They are boat shaped and streamlined body which help them in swimming. Okay children? Streamlined body means their front person and back person are narrow and their middle person is broad. For that reason, they can easily swim inside the water. Fish have gills to breathe inside the water with the exception of aquatic animals like dolphins which breathe through lungs. So children, all of you remember fish have gills to breathe inside the water but dolphin has lungs to breathe. Fins or limbs that help to swim in water. Aquatic birds like duck and geese have webbed feet which serve as paddles and help them to push water back. Okay? And move forward while swimming. Okay children, have you seen aquatic birds? Our dog, geese, how they can stay in water? Because they have webbed feet. Okay, which help them as paddles to push the water back. For that reason, they can move forward. Okay, like our swimming boat. In swimming boat, we are throwing the water or pushing the water back using that boat stick and we are going front. Then we will learn about our amphibians. Can you see a frog figure here? Very good. Nowadays you are seeing frogs because this is rainy season. The animals that can live both on land and in water are called amphibians. Okay children, so all of you remember those who are living on land, only land, they are known as terrestrial animals. Those who are living in only water, they are our aquatic animals. Those are living both in land and water, they are our amphibians. Frogs, toads and salamanders are some examples of these animals. These animals have moist skin. They breathe through their skin when in water and on land they use lungs to breathe. So children, these animals are staying both in water and in land. So they are using their skin to breathe when they are on the inside the water. And they are using their lungs when they are on the land for breathing. When on land, they jump around on their strong legs. And when in water, they swim with help of their webbed feet. Okay children, so amphibians have strong legs as well as webbed feet, which helps them to survive both on land and in water. So children, for today we have learned about our aquatic animals and amphibians, and two terrestrial animals about polar bear and snake. How they are adjusting with their natural surrounding. These are all things we have learned. And what is our winter sleep or hibernation, that also we have understood. I hope children you all of you have understood. Please write the question answers given inside your book, that in your notebook. Like now I have discussed about your check and proceed. Okay, the true false questions. Okay children, please learn at your home. Okay, slowly we will learn everything. I hope you have understood. Then in next class we will learn more about our arboreal animals and aerial animals. Thank you children.